Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a new video today. Where I want to talk to you guys about a film that I just watched recently that I actually really quite enjoyed. And I just want to talk about some things that I really liked about it because, sometimes I watch a movie and I'm like, wow, that was a really good film. I'd really like to share my thoughts on that. Um, that's not always like that with all films, but with this one, I think it kind of holds a special place for me. It's a really good film. The film is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's actually a fantastic film that I really quite enjoyed, just for a number of reasons. For one thing, the cast was just amazing, and I love the story it tells, and it's very captivating and engaging. Um, the film is 2 hours and 15 minutes long. Yeah, but like it hardly even feels like that because it's just so enjoyable to watch all these performances from all these characters. Um, because you have Jack Nicholson, obviously, in this film. He, I would say, carries this film the most with his performance and just the way his character is. His character is just very, um, I guess, like eccentric is the best way to put it. Very like outward, and he's like it's interesting to see like how this story unfolds because basically, spoilers alert, this character, you know, Jack or um, McMurphy, is like committed to this mental institution, and a lot of these people in this mental institution aren't all that there really. They're just kind of like gone. But like Jack, Randall McMurphy, is is different because he is there. He's there. It's just that he's a little like on edge, and he's a little irritable. He can be violent, and he has these different things that are wrong with him. But he's more um, like able to respond and can talk in complete sentences. Things that not all the other characters could necessarily do that well. He could do all these things, but he just you know was a little was considered to be dangerous, is a thing. And the best way to put it was that in the beginning, there was like conversation that was had with like some of like the doctors who said like they don't think he's crazy, but they think he's dangerous. So hence why he should be in the mental institution. Ugh, I hate the fact that I can't say that. But but yeah, it's really cool to see because like he's basically there, and he's kind of comparing himself to these people who either um, aren't cognizant, like they can't respond when you talk to them. They're really anxious, like they have trouble talking, they don't talk at all, or like just like different people with all sorts of things wrong with them. But the thing I like about it is like it's so diverse with like everyone who's there, and like every actor and actress who plays a character there like holds a special place for me because like it feels like they're all so unique individually with how they play each of their roles, like every single character in the cast. I'll get into that, um, but like you have Christopher Lloyd, who I'm so glad was in this movie because and Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies ever. Haters gonna hate, but like it's one of my favorite movies ever, and like he has like that same energy going for him in this movie as he did in Back to the Future with like this whole like madman vibe. Like he's got like all this energy, and he's got that like stare, like when he looks at you, he's like, oh, like, and then like at the end, like spoiler alert, this guy escapes from the place, and then he's just like, wow, he did it, yes, yes, he did it, and it was just like it gave me vibes like just like, what did I tell you? 88 miles per hour. Like it's same vibe. Like I love Christopher Lloyd, and like he gave a great performance in this. And then you have like Danny DeVito who plays this like um, this guy who's a part of the mental institution. He's kind of like bordering on crazy, I guess, but like he tries to like see the lighter side of things, and he's kind of funny. And I love the fact that out of all people, Danny DeVito is in this film, but like he does great in this movie as well. And like, and then you have Nurse Ratchet played by Louise Fletcher, um, who along with Jack Nicholson did win an Academy Award. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress, while Jack won Best Actor. But I mean, she's like cold-hearted and mean and annoying to watch. She's just like one of those characters that you love to hate. I mean, like she delivers a great performance, like along with Jack, but I would say Jack carries the film more. But as a villain, I I mean, like I guess, do you even call her the villain? I mean, I guess she is the villain when you really think about it. But like, I guess she is. But like, either way, she delivers a great performance as this very stern, uptight nurse who, you know, keeps these guys in line, making sure nothing goes wrong with them until things do go wrong. But you know, I just love all the characters though. Like you have like this guy who has like a lot of anxiety, who like really has trouble speaking for himself and gets irritated easily, and you have this guy who's like very like self-centered and is like very self-conscious of what he's thinking and what other people are thinking of him. And then you have like, well, that's like Harding, and the other one was Cheswick. And then you have this guy named Chief who pretends to be deaf and dumb, but he's not deaf and dumb. He just pretends to be. Who's a very like reserved character in the end, and he ends up being the guy who escapes in the end. I'll get more into that, but yeah, it's just an amazing story with a bunch of amazing characters. In the end, Jack or Nick Murphy, they were trying to work things out with him. At first, they gave him like electric shock therapy, which is like okay, that's reasonable, I guess. I mean, they're trying something, but then since this is 1975, it was an older time. They resorted to the method of doing a lobotomy on him. Sadly, at the end of the movie, which is sad. I was sad that happened, and then like Chief basically put him out of his misery because he saw that like he couldn't even like talk. He was just like he couldn't. He was like non-responding because when you get a lobotomy, basically your entire frontal lobe like ceases function, which is pretty severe damage to your brain, which kind of disables a lot of function. It's basically like becoming a vegetable. It's really sad that the fact that was done back then. But I mean, it was a much different time. I don't know if it was even really done in 1975 that much, but it was probably not exactly looked past back then. Um, and you did have the electric shock therapy, which was tried on Nick Murphy, but worst came to worst, and he acted up again, and basically that's what they resorted to. And sadly, he got a lobotomy, which meant he was basically dead, and then he got put out of his misery, which I was kind of glad they did that, but it is what it is. Anyways, it's just an amazing film, though. I didn't get bored during a single part of it. I love the environment they created for this mental place, and just all the actors who played all the characters. It just felt like so immersive. Brad Dourif played this guy named Billy who had like a really bad stutter, who I absolutely loved as well. And yeah, like every character was so unique. Again, I'll say, but yeah, that's why I loved it so much. But yeah, I think it's a film that's deserving of its best picture nomination. Um, and I'm really glad Jack Nicholson got Best Actor for this movie. That is so deserved. And also, like the cinematography in this movie is not to be like looked past because some of the camera angles are really good, and the way the camera zooms in sometimes is also really good. But yeah, that's what I think. But either way, hope you guys have enjoyed this film. Um, hope you guys film what? But either way, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry about that. I meant to say Best Picture Award. It won Best Picture. And as far as the rating goes, if anyone's curious, I would give it a 9.2 because I kind of wish the ending was a little different. Not just because I wished McMurphy didn't die, just I don't know. I just felt like it could have been a little different. And then also, I would just say, I just wish the pacing could have been just a little bit different in the beginning, as far as how I was immersed into the film. But other than that, it is a fantastic film. But yeah, either way, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.